Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Greatmillstone, the men who taught me this truth. And much love, greetings, and salutations to all the fellow laborers of the tabernacle of David, though for elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And, I came across this article, this from the naturalnews.com. And the headlines, it says, climate propaganda is directly linked to the LGBT agenda. And their goals are the same: to destroy children and depopulate the planet. All right. And, it should be obvious that this whole climate change ordeal was just another weaponized ideology to push forward with their depopulation agenda. All right. And if you remember, maybe about a month ago, you had that devil Bernie Sanders, which I'm glad the Most High plagued his ass with a heart attack recently. But, a woman had asked his ass, where does he stand with, abortion rights? And he said he would actually fund abortions in third world countries to try to halt climate change. Now, my question is, what the hell does the population of the people have to do with so-called climate change? And then also on top of that, studies already show that whole climate change theory is just that, a freaking theory, man. It's all pseudoscience, but they're using this to justify bringing forth more technology that can help basically destroy and reduce, the Earth's population, destroy more animals, destroy trees, destroy people, get people sick, so on and so forth, man. This man is the devil. And that's why we always quote that. And was that movie, the first Planet of the Apes, when you had Cornelius, the one of the apes. He basically had him pull out that scroll, and I'm trying to remember how it went. We always quote it, man, but it fits Esau to a T, because this is exactly what he does. All he's about is destruction, man. Especially when it involves his lust for power, domination, greed. He's in it for himself. All right, let me get Proverbs 4:16. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, which means what? To cause injury or misery to others. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And that's how they rule the world, is through violence, man. Whether it's through the force of the sword, whether it's through, chemical warfare, germ warfare, psychological warfare. It's all to destroy you, man. That's just the type of devil that he is, man. He's the man of sin, the son of perdition. That's why he's going to go into perdition. Okay. So, this is part of, their method of helping to, lower the population of the people. And we know it's all geared towards you 12 tribes, man, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, even the ones that are scattered abroad. That's why they're advocating for, eugenics, Planned Parenthood, abortions, for women of color, third world countries. All right, because they figure those people would be the undesirables of society. And plus, according to this devil, there's not enough earth resources to go around. So they need to lower the population so that they can distribute the earth's resources, accordingly, so to speak. No, but really what it is he's going around rape, robbing, and murdering and destroying. And he's actually depleting the land of the resources and hoarding it up for himself so that he can monopolize and make more and more money, establish more industries off of these resources. One of them is what? The oil. That's why It's a big fight in the Middle East. That's why they were down there in Venezuela. All right, because he wants everything to himself. All right. So that's where we at. So he's indoctrinating the people with this LGBT stuff, thinking, you know, and these people, you know, they thinking that they're being liberated, but really they're being liberated to basically destroy themselves. Because really, with these poisonous ideologies, these people are in self-destruct mode and don't even realize it. You know, this is actually to quell the population so that when men, you know, think that it's all right to get with other men and women to get with other women, and even put these ideas in these children's head, you think it's going to be, you know, that the cycle of, you know, reproduction. Nah, man. You know. So let's get into the article. It says eugenics, Salakia. It says eugenics and the idea of creating a perfect master race to rule the planet are nothing new in world history. But it was around the 1970s when these efforts at population control merged with the early environmental and LGBT movements here in the West to advocate for mass depopulation in the name of saving the planet. OK, and that's what they're trying to do with this climate change crap. All right. It's all, you know, propaganda, man. It's all fluff and puff, you know, but it's to get the people, you know, talking, to get the people to try to, you know, be considerate in you know, making the world a better place. But that's what this devil wants you to think. While meanwhile, he's pushing more GMOs. You can help save the planet by boycotting, you know, the products that are made, you know, genetically modified, you know, products that are made with MSG and all these different chemicals. OK, that's how you could save the planet. You could save the planet, you know, by basically what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Going out there and teaching the truth, man, teaching the word of the Most High, man, showing the world that everything is all fucked up because of this damn devil, man, who's in power. OK, who's cutting down the trees, man, who's burning up the rainforest, you know, who's causing these wildfires, who's extracting all the oil from the earth, which is leading to all these natural disasters. You know, who's causing all these chemical spills into the seas, into the rivers, into the oceans, destroying all the marine life. Once the world come to that realization of who's responsible, then that's your answer. All right. That's how you save the planet, because the one who's in power is destroying the planet. But no, the one that's in power is telling you, no, you people on the earth. Humanity is destroying the. No, it's you. It says, which is how we got to where we are today with disturbing phenomena like Greta Thunberg, as part of an in-depth expose that he's writing for La Nuova Basula Quotidiana. Well, I think that's Italian. It says the first part of which has been republished by Life Site News. Riccardo Cascioli unpacks how climate hysteria has systematically slithered its way into the political realm, creating a scenario in which science, so-called, right? And what did Paul tell Timothy? It talks about, you know, false science, man. And Esau, he rules, all right, by false science, man. It talks about how even his coming is after the working of Satan with all signs, power, and lying wonders. Now, where lying is pseudo, man. All right. That's how he controls the narrative. You know, he likes to, you know, resort to his pseudo sciences for the answers of everything. And all he does is continue to deceive. OK, but let me get that in Timothy. Like climate change, that's a pseudoscience, man. This shit it's all made up because they have an agenda to push it. All right, so that they can bring forth, their weaponized technology. You have Bill Gates advocating for them to create this device where they create fake clouds using aerosols and chemicals to block out the sun to reduce the temperature of the earth. But all that stuff breaks down, and when it comes down, you people bringing it in, it actually breaks down your immune system and actually destroys you and gets you sick. So really, they're killing you with their science, okay, with their technology, man. But they have you believe that they're doing it, for peaceful reasons, to save the world. All right, yeah, you better learn how to you got to learn how to not trust these devils, man. Anything that they put out, there's a wicked satanic agenda behind it, man. Lest Satan should get the advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. All right, 1 Timothy 6:20, and this is one of them. It says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust," which is what? This word, this gospel, "avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called." Okay. So going back, and I like how they actually worded that. It says, creating a scenario in which science so called is now being openly used, which shows that it's false. All right. Being openly used as a means to various political and ideological ends. Yeah. And is really used as a weapon. This man, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Going back to the Planet of the Apes, beware of the beast, man. For he is the devil's pawn. What did he say? He said, amongst God's primates, he killed for sport or lust or greed. That's the purpose. He will make a desert of his own home and yours. He will murder his brother to possess his brother's land. Let him not breed in great numbers, for he will make a desert of his home and yours. Shun him, drive him back to his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death. Okay, that's him, man. That's the devil all the way. And the fact that he's trying to destroy you even by political and ideological means shows he's a serpent, because a serpent is known for his charm, and a charmful person is very skillful. They have skill in psychology. They know how to manipulate. They have power to manipulate through the skill of deception. All right, let's get Daniel 8:25. And it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. When you look up the word policy, it actually means craft, but in the form of wisdom. All right. The Hebrew. All right. It says intelligence. And what is Esau pushing? What is he creating? Artificial, fake intelligence. Right. Prudence, insight, understanding. Prudence, good sense, insight, understanding, cunning, craft, and a bad sense. All right. So he uses his artificial intelligence, for wicked purposes, man. Basically to cause mischief. He wants to display himself as if he's, this good protector of the earth. He has the earth's best interests. No, man, he's here because he wants to destroy you, so he could continue to dominate and rule over the planet, man. All right, so this is how he's going about with it. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. Hey, and that's him exalting himself, above the stars. He said his nest among the stars. He exalted himself as the eagle. That's his pride, man. His pride is it surpasses the earth, man. That's why the Lord said he's gonna bring him down. You know, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou, climb up, to the clouds of heaven, thus will I bring thee down, man, for the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Right? It says, and by peace shall destroy many. And he's doing just that, man. He's destroying millions of people. Through his what? Through his craft, through his intelligence. Okay. It says he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right. And that's, when Yahawashi comes back, because he's the only one. All right. That got to come back and he's the only one that has the power to take this devil down. OK. And that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to come back and destroy them, which destroyed the earth. Let's get Revelation 11 and 18. All right. And it says, and the nations were angry. And this is, post Yahawashi coming back to deliver his elect and also destroy the nations. Come back and wage war with them. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. All right. And that's who? That's Esau, Edom, starting with the elite, because they're the masterminds behind these agendas, man. All right. We always talk about the so-called Illuminati banking families, the international bankers, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, so on and so forth, man. All right. Those are the masterminds, behind, these wicked agendas, man. They're the ones that fund, these, eugenics programs. They're the ones that fund these wars. All right. They fund, Monsanto's, they control the entertainment world, where they use these puppet, court jesters, to push out, different agendas, like that clown Pharrell. You've seen him on the latest cover of GQ, looking like a damn yellow molten cake. All right. Talking about, this is the new masculinity. We all know that's clearly, the backing of the elites, man. They put him up to that. OK. So, these men, they all got to be taken out. All right. They got to be taken out of the power, or, mischief and wickedness is going to continue to multiply, man. And before you know it, we all will die off. OK. So anyway, I'll go back and read just a little more of this art, and I'll hit another scripture and close out. It says the endless stream of climate propaganda that we see coming from celebrities, government figures, religious institutions, and children is no coincidence. It's a coordinated effort on multiple ideological fronts to fundamentally change the way that people think about the world around them, and thus manipulate the masses into supporting draconian interventions that are absolutely necessary. We are all continually told to prevent a climate catastrophe. What many people, including some Catholic journalists, have fallen for the climate hoax, fail to realize is that the climate movement is in bed with the LGBT movement, which what they both have in common is to what? To depopulate. All right. That whole lifestyle is a death style. OK, it's nothing productive in forms of, creating life. All right. All it is just, vile lust. OK, sexual perversion, disease spread. That's all it does. Abusive relationships, unclean shits. All right. That's all that fuels. But, through Esau's, his charm, his poisonous venom that comes out of his lips, the world is indoctrinated, up under this serpent to believe that it's actually a good thing. Like there's something virtuous about it. That's a serpent, man. You shall surely live and not die. That's what the serpent will tell you. in regards to eating unclean food, abominable, sexual orientations, all type of stuff, man. Because he like, what does the scripture say? Let me get it. Jeremiah 13 and 23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." All right. And Esau, he's just accustomed to do evil, man. All right. That's the Most High created him to be the wicked. So anybody that's following anything that he has to say, guess what? They're being the wicked. You know, if you hearken into any ideology that this devil is pushing out in the world, then you're just as wicked. And a lot of our people, they're seduced by the wicked. That's why they are so damn degenerate. That's why they're so self-destructive. All right. But anyway, it says this was apparent with photos that recently emerged of young Greta attending a pride march in Stockholm, Sweden, where she proclaimed her support for the Rainbow Brigade. And I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. I'll leave this in the description box so y'all can read it. But it's just an interesting point, and you can actually make the link between, one destructive movement, a depopulation movement, and another, climate change, which is why they're creating all type of technology to continue to destroy. All right, so this devil got to be put down, man. All right, so let's go to 2 Thessalonians. The second chapter. And let's jump to verse 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all this deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved." All right. And a lot of our people that's going to, hearken unto this devil, the Most High gave them over to strong delusion that they should believe a lie. All right. Ultimately, for them to be destroyed right along with the beast. Because if you believe on this man's ideologies, his philosophies, his agenda, then yeah, you do worship the image of the beast. And the only thing that's left for you is just to take that chip and just become a full drone for the New World Order. All right. And in the day of vengeance, you all will perish. Okay, you will all be destroyed, man, just so that the Lord can clear you out, so he can replenish the earth, so he can restructure the earth, rejuvenate the earth. All right, then the world will have real peace. Okay, it'll become productive instead of destructive. All right, and I don't give a damn if they delete my page or give me a strike with this video. Hey, we just in truth mode, man. All right, we just in the mode of just constantly pushing his word, pushing his truth out, man. Until the Lord finally acts upon his word and take you out of the way, man. Because we sick of you. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna leave it with that. Hopefully this was an edifying lesson. I'm gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Yahawashi. And until next time, shalom.